Welcome back to today's video. Thank you so much for coming back and watching. And today, as you know, we will be making a beanbag toss that you can do at home. You can also make these into juggling balls too if you want to. I don't personally know how to juggle, but that is definitely on the top of my list of skills that I want to learn. But before we get started, it is time for my 2 questions of the day, which my first one is what my dream carnival prize would be. And if you know me, you know that I would love to win a hedgehog or a puppy that I can take home because I am a fan of both. I also would like to get a really big stuffed animal. I think those are cool. And then what is my favorite carnival booth? This one's kind of hard for me, but I really like the ones where you go fishing. And try and get the hook into a fish.
You will need balloons for this activity and some rice. You will also need a spoon and a pair of scissors. You will also need paper plates for this activity, as well as colored pencils, markers, or crayons, or any other kind of drawing materials. So to start off this activity, I am going to be cutting off the neck of the balloon just so it's easier once I scoop some rice into the balloon to get it in there. It's a little bit harder if you keep the neck on, so make sure you ask for adult help if you're not comfortable using scissors for this activity. And I went ahead and put, I would say, about 4 or 5 scoops of rice into each balloon. You want to make sure that it is a pretty thick size, a good decent size for some beanbag toss. So after I have filled up my balloon to my satisfaction, I went ahead and took another regular balloon. I didn't cut off the neck or anything. I kind of made an opening with my fingers and shoved the balloon full of rice into it. So then tied the balloons. So you see this, you wrap the balloon around 2 fingers, make a nice knot. So there we go. We have one beanbag. I went ahead and cut off the little bit at the end, just so if you're playing later on, it's not in the way as much. You can keep it on though. I already made one beanbag right before this, and here I am again, just making another one just to reinforce what I have done. I will also really recommend either putting down a bowl, plate, something on whatever surface you're using to scoop the rice in, just because I definitely spilled a lot trying to do this. It's definitely not an easy thing to do, but you really gotta concentrate and just do it. And again, here I am just shoving the balloon with rice into an empty balloon and tying it once again. You can use balloons that are any color for this activity, really. And I also have an option here coming up if you don't have any balloons available on how you can make little makeshift beanbags with a pair of socks. So you're just going to go ahead and start rolling your sock from the end all the way to the top, just like that. And then taking the second sock, you're just going to, once again, roll it from the end all the way to the top, put them together like so, and then use that little end to wrap it completely around both of the socks, sorry. And now we're going to make our targets for the beanbag toss, because I thought it would be fun to do that. So I'm using paper plates. I'm just outlining this paper plate. I'm going to be putting a 10 on it for points. You can make your paper plate points be any value that you want. If you don't have paper plates available, you can use pieces of paper, you can use chalk if you have concrete available. Get creative with it, and you don't even have to have specific point placers if you really don't have anything available. You can kind of use, maybe if you have rocks or something, you can definitely use that. And the points don't have to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. They can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't even have to have points on it. It is all up to your own preference. And here's the final product. Let's go outside and see how this works. So I actually ended up taking all of my targets and placing them in the living room. That is my giant teddy bear. Yes, I have one. I decided to put all the different targets. I actually made doubles of some of them, and I decided to put them all over to try and see if I could get different targets. So this is something else you can do with the targets, or you can put them in numerical order. However you really want to put the targets, and this is something you can do by yourself or with friends and family as well. So enjoy and have fun. So here I am just practicing still throwing, and I actually caught on camera me hitting one of the targets, so I was super happy about that. Another suggestion I have is maybe cutting out the middles of the targets or flipping them over just to make that a little bit easier. And here I am just trying with my right-handed throw because I am right-handed, not left-handed. But yeah, so have fun with it, everybody.